different butas at saka kung ano yung lalabas doon. Okay? So, ano nyo yun. And then here, ano makikita nyo dito? Ano to? Ay, patay. Ay, patay. Upper tarsus, lower tarsus. Okay? You will notice that the upper tarsus is bigger, more mobile than the lower tarsus. Okay. And then what else? Then this one is your medial palpebral ligament, and this is your lateral palpebral ligament. This is the medial border, which is more bilog na bilog. This one is more angulated. Okay. Ano pang pwedeng tanong? And this one is your meibomian gland. Meibomian gland. Ay, meibomian. Your tarsus or your meibomian gland. Okay. And then what else? This one is your lacrimal gland divided by the aponeurosis of or the tendon of your levator palpebrae superioris. Okay? Levator palpebrae superioris. Okay. So this is your orbital part, the palpebral part. What is the nerve supply of your lacrimal gland? What cranial nerve? Pterygopalatine ganglion. Ano? Anong nerve ang nasa pterygopalatine ganglion? May sympathetic ba ang ano? May parasympathetic. Facial nerve. Like your, di ba, pati din pag nag-tears kayo, lacrimal gland. So it's your facial nerve, the pterygopalatine ganglion. Okay. But, so what else? So this is the lacrimal. But what nerve conveys? Ano naman ang kino-conveys na nerve? Para makapunta siya dito sa yung facial nerve, yung postganglionic fibers. Anong nerve? Anong nerve? It's the lacrimal nerve. Nasa lecture kasi nakita ko eh. Okay, so it's the lacrimal nerve. Diba, ano naman ang diba? Do you remember what conveys sa submandibular gland? Diba, meron, or what nerve conveys it to the parotid gland is your auriculotemporal. Dito naman, ano yung nagko-convey it? Is the lacrimal nerve. And again, it is trigeminal. Okay? Oh, sige, ano pa? So, alam nyo na to. This is, alam nyo kung ano to? Canal. Yes. Okay. Lacrimal canalicular. And this one, what is this? Lacrimal sac. Lacrimal sac. Okay. Now, let's go to the lacrimal sac. Now, let's go to the different muscle. Now, your extraocular muscles, ano bang extraocular muscle? Your extraocular muscles, majority, or all the recti muscle, originate where? Common tendon of Sinn. Now, sa ocular tayo So, we have your extraocular, your recti muscle that originates in the common tendon of Sinn. What about your levator palpebrae superioris? Where does it originate? Tagal? Patrick, tulungan mo nga ako. Where does the levator palpebrae superioris originate? Siyempre. Lesser wing. While your oblique, superior oblique, this one, kita niyo yan, nasa back din siya. Tanggalin natin. Ayan. At the back also, but what part is the body of the sphenoid. The body of the sphenoid. Your superior oblique has two origins. The anatomical origin would be on the body of the sphenoid, and then you have a functional origin, which is a trochlea. Ito. Yan. Yung may U-shaped tendon. Okay? So it is a functional origin, it is the anatomical origin. And then look at its insertion. It is inserted below the, superior rectus. What about your inferior oblique. Look at the inferior oblique. It is the only muscle whose origin is located anteriorly. Saan? Saan? Oh, patay ng batang ito. Tingnan where it is located. At the infero-medial wall of the body. Ayan, no? Okay. This is the origin of the inferior oblique. So, siya lang yung origin niya located anterior because the rest are located on the posterior. Do you notice? Okay. And again, look at the insertion. Saan siya nag-insert? It passes below the inferior rectus and then here. It inserts at the infero-quadrant. Okay, inferolateral quadrant of the or eyeball. Now, look at all the insertion of the recti muscle. Look at the insertion. Where is it inserted? Ha? Behind the ano? Sige. Behind the corneoscleral junction, or just posterior to the corneoscleral junction, or anterior to the equator. Pareho din yun. Okay? And what else? Okay. So, alam niyo na, okay? Cranial nerve. I'm sorry. What is the nerve supply? All of them are oculomotor except the lateral rectus, which is up to sense. And this one is 4, which is the trochlear nerve. Now, the movement. Paano movement? Ang all the oblique muscles, paano siya nag-move? Laterally and upward. Sino ang upward? Inferior oblique. Sino ang downward laterally? But when you examine the patient, opposite. Very good. Opposite. Okay? When you do your extraocular muscle movement, it's different. Okay? So we're finished with the muscle. Okay, now look at the eyeball. The eyeball up to the optic nerve is covered by a fascial covering. What do you call the fascial covering? Patay. Anong fascial covering? Patay. Patay. Fascia fascia. Fascial covering. Fascia. What is the fascial covering of the eyeball? Very good ka talaga. Ano? Fascial covering is the fascia that covers the eyeball, the sclera, and separates it from your orbital pad. Nakalagay sa snail yun eh. Patrick! What is the fascial covering of the eyeball? Where your different muscles are inserted and then it forms a tubular structure for the tendon. It starts with a T. It's not the orbital septum. It starts with a T. T. It's the tendon's capsule. Nakita niyo yung word na yan? O, nakita niya. At least nakita niyo. The one that, yung sinasabi naman sa inyong orbital septum is from the periorbita or the periosteum of the orbit. It attaches to the levator ani. Okay? It attaches naman pa ganon. Okay? So, what else? Tingnan nyo na lang yung libro. Kasi hindi nyo ako maintindihan. Okay. So, what are the different coat of the eyeball? So, the first coat would be the fibrous. The second?
Vascular.
And the third? Okay. The outermost, which is the fibrous. Posterior, 5-6 would be the sclera, the white of the eye. Okay? And it goes anteriorly as the cornea. Okay. And what is the junction between the sclera and the cornea? or limbus. Okay. Again, what is the blood supply? What is the blood supply of the cornea? A vascular. Therefore, where does it get its nutrition? Aqueous humor, or at the capillaries of the iridocorneal junction. Okay? And then what else? How about the lymphatic drainage of the cornea? Wala rin. Okay. So the Tenon's capsule is the one that is responsible for the movement ng eyeball, yung attachment ng different muscles. Okay? So we're finished with the fibrous sclera, white of the eye, and then goes anteriorly as your cornea. Okay. So we go to the vascular layer, which is the ano to? Choroid. The choroid is one of the richest blood supply, or the richest or well-vascularized area of choroid. And then this is your, syempre, this is your choroid body, and then you have the iris and the pupil. Okay. The choroid is here, and then what comprises your choroid body? You have your ciliary process, and then ciliary muscle. What is the function of the ciliary muscle? It attaches when the ciliary muscle pulls. What will happen to the kakalo-halo na yata. When the pull of the suspensory the suspensory ligament of the lens connect the lens to the ciliary muscle. Diba? Okay. When the ciliary muscle contracts, hilahin mo. Ito yung lens. Hinila natin. Anong magiging shape ng lens? It will flatten. Okay, when the lens is flattened, this is very important for what kind of vision? Far or near? Okay, far vision. Therefore, kapag si lens bilog na bilog, this is important for near vision. Therefore, the lens or your ciliary muscle helps in the refraction ng mata natin. Okay? Now, so what is the nerve supply naman of your ciliary muscle? Oculomotor nerve. Is it parasympathetic? Is it an autonomic? Yes, it is autonomic. Okay? Parasympathetic siya. Okay. How about the iris? What are the muscles that comprises the iris?
Iridial muscles.
Huwag na yung iridial, mahirap intindihin yun. Yung nasa loob, and then you have the outer. The inner is composed of what kind of muscle? Circular. Very good. O, di ba? Mas naintindihan nyo? So, circular siya. What is the function? It dilates o ano? Constriction. And then this one is dilator's pupillae. Yung nasa gitna would be your sphincter pupillae. If this, sphincter pupillae is innervated by what muscle? By what nerve? Huh? Oculomotor, parasympathetic. And how about your dilator? Oculomotor. Okay? Pag mamamatay na kayo, anong pupil nyo? Dilated o constricted? Dilated. Ano ba alam? Okay, so you have here the pupil. Yan, buksan pa natin. Okay? So ano naman to? Lens. This is your vitreous humor. Okay. So you have here the nervous part. Okay. This area, so you have two parts of the retina. What are the two parts of the retina? What are the two parts of the retina? you have a visual part or the nervous part, which is here, and then the more anterior part, the non-visual part. The visual part and the non-visual part are separated to each other by the yes, very good, the ora serrata. Okay, saan natin makikita si non-visual part? Behind the iris, behind the lens. Okay, clear. Now dito, ano makikita natin dito? This one, optic disc. Optic nerve. Wala, tandaan niya. Palagay mo, di ba? Tanong ko. So, optic disc. Yan. This is the blind spot, di ba? And then you have a yellowish, reddish daw eh. Di ba? So, this is your macula. Okay? Macula lutea. And yung the center where the cones are concentrated, you have at the center, you have your fovea centralis. Okay? O, di ba madali lang? More question.
Paano po itatag?
Sikreto. Atak, lalagyan ng tag.
Tape lang.
Ito po yung nasa exam or spacing.
Yeah.
Ito na mismo.
Yes, yes.
Specimen.
Yes, yes.
Mga pila din sa
O, ikaw na mahala. Alam nyo ba? 3 points lang yan. Ang